Forum, and this is where Mr. Khalid Al Haribi has just spoken today about learning as part of the presentations that have come about, and it's a very interesting topic. Interestingly enough, we have been speaking about it in our program as well earlier in the afternoon buzz. So welcome to our program, Mr. Khalid Al Haribi.
Yeah, it's a very exciting program. We've been talking about two main issues. We were talking about learning, education, and training. And what was very exciting also that we were talking about technological education, technological innovation.
Yes.
And how can we make learning and technological innovation enhance Oman's competitiveness?
Very interesting. So where do we stand now, and where would you like to go?
Well, that's a very interesting point, because this is what this forum is about. It started with, showing what are the criteria that the Global Competitiveness Index uses to kind of help countries compare and contrast the best practices when it comes to competitiveness. Which were the learning part. Whether our education system is competitive enough in compare and contrast to other countries. And the other area that needed improvement was the technological innovation. Is our education system as innovative as the top leading other education systems? So what we've been talking about with there is a great group of panelists here, international. And what is really amazing about this forum is that it gathered a lot of people from the industry, from business, with people from the government sector and with people from the third sector as well. So we've been talking about what is it that Omani graduates need. Is it still the technical skills that, for example, the business sector needs? Or is it the soft skills, the presentations, the attitude, the critical thinking, and those kinds of skills? Or is it a combination of both? So it has been quite a very exciting discussion, and it was very tough even for me as a moderator to stick to the time. That's how exciting the discussion was.
So did they conclude that it should be a combination of the both?
The conversation now is shifting, whereas in the past, in the Sultanate, there was more emphasis on the technical skills and perhaps the vocational skills. Now there is a trend of a lot of people from the business and both from academia, from Sultan Qaboos University and other universities and colleges in Oman. There is a more movement towards emphasis that our students need to work more on their soft skills. Do our students have the right language proficiency skills? Do they have the right communication skills? Do they have the right stakeholder engagement skills? These are now the soft skills are becoming the most important area that have been identified. It is not only enough for us to have graduates. We need graduates who we have to make sure that they will hit the ground running once they start working for the organization.
Okay. So if we need those soft skills, where do we and how do we develop it? Is it the transition from theory to practical experience?
It's very interesting because this is where such rankings and indices like the Global Competitiveness Index are helpful, because it says that the most two important components that we have here in the Sultanate that we can use to provide these soft skills are two. First one, you need to make sure that your institutions, educational institutions and government institutions related to learning, are capable and strong enough to deliver those kinds of skills. And this has been identified as a strength area. So we do have the institutions that can infuse the soft skills. The area perhaps that needs improvement is perhaps the synergy, which means how well do these different type of institutions across the sector work well with each other to complement each other. So we do have strong institutions that can deliver the soft skills to our students. The second part is do they have the synergy and the right type of communication between them, so that they identify where are the gaps and to work together towards filling those gaps.
Okay, so that would be the main aim.
Yes, and this is why these sorts of forums are very important, because they get people on the same table, so they institutions and between the companies, so that they can come up with joint action plans that will, at the end of the day, produce to you a very solid end result. And that solid end result will be a graduate with the right set of skills to be productive. One very important point that came up from all the discussions in the forum is that one of the most important values that we need to share together is productivity. If we don't make sure that our graduates can be productive, we will not be able to improve our standing and our in this highly competitive world.
True. And we were also discussing the radio just a few minutes ago about the very factor, and that's the education, the knowledge, and the learning we gain. And in today's world, it's a continuation of learning, isn't it? We've got to constantly learn, even if you've secured the job. But, somehow, do you think we should have more internship programs in the country where organizations, public and private sector, give opportunities for the youth, as they come out, at least to work free, to get the hands-on experience?
That is exactly what we need more of. We can come up with a comprehensive plan where there are more internships are infused into the learning process, whether for the graduates or for people that need, for example, continuous learning. And also something else that came up in the conversation was how to, if it's possible, to create joint committees or task forces that are called institution to industry. Can colleges and companies form joint task forces together that can look what kind of internships can we create together? What kind of training opportunities, paid and unpaid, we can provide to the colleges? And there are organizations like PAPED who have started before internships programs that have been very successful. So if there is an idea of that colleges and higher education institutions need to work together so that they can come up with a committee or a task force from institution to industry, that they can come up with a comprehensive plan of what internships are available.
Excellent. Well, it sounds very promising, and seems it was a very healthy discussion this morning by the panelists, and of course you as a moderator and the papered officials, because this is indeed, as you said, it's these forums that take us to the next step forward. So thank you so much for joining us and enlightening us today.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Khalid Al Haribi. Thank you very much, and wish you and the team all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll catch up with the forum tomorrow as well, 90.4 FM. This is the Afternoon Buzz. I'm signing up here along with Marcus and Safia Al-Habsi. Thank you.